today we're going to be filming a fun animation academy. We're going to be drawing Minnie Mouse today, so let's get started.
So let's go ahead and get started, all right? We're going to start out with the circle. What we're doing when we draw our circle, we're going to actually draw with our shoulders. So act like you're stirring something above your paper.
All right, making a circle.
What I want to do is also make sure we have it in place. We're going to have it a little bit lower than the halfway point of the paper.
Perfect.
And sketch that out. Don't worry about it being a perfect circle. Always practice it. I highly recommend just going back home and just practice nothing but circles, and you will get better at it. Once you get that nice circle, we're going to go ahead and put in our vertical guidelines. So we're going to go right down the middle of the circle from top to bottom.
Okay, so we're going.
Don't worry about it being a perfect straight line.
Just making a line.
Okay. We're going to go in next and put a horizontal guideline in. Now, Minnie's horizontal line is just a hair lower than Mickey's. So I'm actually going to take my pencil and just move it a hair lower, right about in that area.
So it's going to be kind of right
using
here.
Our shoulder once again.
And that's a horizontal line.
Your arm and your shoulder to keep it nice and loose. As long as you keep your lines very, very light, you can go in there and adjust it as many times as you need to.
Perfect.
Nice and light lines.
Okay.
Just go ahead and adjust it and you'll be fine. So we're going to go next. We're going to put in Minnie Mouse's ears. So we're going to see where the two lines meet in the middle. We're going to go to the top left corner. We'll find the center of the ear. So
perfect.
A curved line back and forth.
So then we're going to do a curved line right here.
And then we're going to roll this around using our shoulder. Get the momentum going. This is going to be more a cross between a circle and an oval. So use that shoulder, get a nice round shape there. So we're going to go over on the right side, kind of do the same thing. Find where the center, the vertical and horizontal line meet. Go to the top right corner. We're going to find the center.
Center.
Just do a rocking horse, back and forth. And you're just going to roll this around. And you're going to get a cross between a circle and oval for the ears.
And then I'm going to fix this ear, lift it up just a little bit more.
Again, keep it very, very light, especially when you're doing Minnie Mouse, because the bow is going to cover up some of the ears and the top of the head. So you want to keep everything very light until you're right. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to look at the horizontal line. We're going to do a little curved line right across that vertical guideline. And we're going to actually start drawing in the muzzle. Now, Minnie's muzzle is a little bit smaller than Mickey's. The guideline moved down just a little bit lower. So we want to make sure the bottom of the muzzle just stays up above the bottom of that circle. So we're going to go ahead and use our shoulder to draw in that muzzle. Nice and easy. Keep it light. Keep using that shoulder and that arm.
And then it looks like it's just a big oval.
Make lots of lines in there. The more lines you have, the better. Keep in mind, because her muzzle is smaller, Minnie's nose is also going to be smaller. So we're going to come down just a little bit lower than the top of the nose. And then we're going to roll this around nice and easy. For the size of a grape or an olive. So let's sketch that out. And this is what we'll do in animation. They'll actually sketch it out really quick first and pass it off to the cleanup artist, and then they'll actually kind of clean it up a little bit with their erasers and maybe trace over a few lines. Go ahead and show you how to trace over a few lines. If you look at the top of the muzzle there, find the line that you like the best, and just kind of keep it nice and smooth in one long, easy stroke.
So now we're going to kind of darken it.
Quality in there too as well. And that just takes practice too as well.
Keep it.
Also going to darken in the top of the nose, and I'm going to go back and underneath the nose and darken in that too as well.
And darken in
keep
the
it nice and
nose
round and not to flatten
bit.
out Minnie Mouse's nose. So we come over here on the side here. Same thing on the right side here. Darken that in. Then we're going to darken in the bottom of the muzzle here. Trace over.
And darken the muzzle.
Curved line. And when we work on her smile, we're going to bring her smile a little bit past the side of the muzzle into the open area. So we're going to bring this up. And you're going to put your dimple at the top of the smile.
So now we're going to make her smile. It kind of touches the muzzle.
Line up where the nose is. There. So we're going to do the same thing on the right side. You're going to bring the smile up. You want to still keep it underneath the horizontal line. And just draw in a little dimple.
She has little dimples, and those are her little
dimples. Line is a
dimples.
little bit lower. It's also going to create her muzzle smaller and her mouth going to be a little bit smaller as well. So we're going to start with the dimple. We're going to go down the smile. And we're going to look at about where the side of the muzzle is.
And
we're going to bring this down into the bottom of that circle.
And you're going to bring it
just a little bit past the bottom of the circle. And we're going to come over here on the left side. Look at the dimple. We're going to go down the smile.
Find the
side of the muzzle. And we're going to bring this down into the middle.
Bring it down into the middle.
Okay. Nice, easy little M. And then Minnie's tongue kind of looks like a letter M, so I always think of the initials. So we start on the left side of the mouth at the bottom. We're going to curve into that vertical guideline.
And then now we're going to
take over right where you left off and draw in another curved line. And then we're going to come underneath the bottom of the mouth.
And that's going to be her tongue.
Just a little bit lower.
Because she's smiling.
So you just want to keep it light at first. Let it roll up into the bottom of that circle.
Finish the bottom of her face.
Same thing on the right side. We're going to bring that up.
And touch the circle with it.
The bottom of the circle. You want to make sure that you do not bring the chin all the way up into the dimples. That'll be okay for chipmunks. Chipmunks will be, the chins will come all the way up to the dimples there. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna work on the cheeks. So we look at the side of the muzzle. We're gonna push this up to the horizontal line. And we're gonna bring it a little bit outside that circle. So we noticed that Minnie's cheeks are kind of squishy. You know, back in the day, Mickey and Minnie started out looking a little different back in the Steamboat Willie days in 1928.
They're gonna go outside the circle a little bit, so these lines are gonna go out.
A whole different modern look that we see today. So thanks to Freddie Moore, we do have that nice squishy look on her cheeks. So again, I'm gonna use the side of my pencil. We're gonna push that cheek out.
Push the cheek out.
In your hand and just kind of angle it right into that chin.
And then it's going to go right into the chin, but it's going to go like towards this line.
On the left side, we'll look at the side of the muzzle. We're going to push up to the horizontal line around that dimple. We'll go a little bit outside that circle.
And we're doing it again on the other side.
You don't want to go too far out away from the circle, so make sure you kind of keep it tight when you go out there. There's little ways you can fix your cheek. You can step back from it, and you can see if your cheeks are a little bit off. Also recommend flipping your paper upside down, and you can see if your cheeks are off a little bit better that way too. So that's a little tip for you. So we're going to darken in the top part of the cheek now.
Alrighty,
so
now
we're
we're
going to figure out if we want to work on that, and we're just going to bring this
just gonna
around.
darken in her cheeks a little bit.
Angle it right into that chin.
And make sure she's in place.
And if it works out better for you too, you can also take your paper and turn it a little bit to get a better curve. So let's keep it natural in your wrists. Let's get that in there. And take some time to get those curves just right. So they're nice and round.
Make sure nice and round. Make sure cheeks look good.
Practice in circles is really
I'm gonna
good.
Put stuff in place.
So we're gonna work on her mask. We're not doing her mask now. I'm actually going to keep it very light again because her bow is going to overlap on top of that. So still keep it light until we add that bow in there. So let's look at the top of the cheek. We're going to curve up to the top of the head.
Now we're going to go to the top of the cheek.
So we want the side of the
and we're going to
mask
start
the same
making
curve as the side of the circle.
eyes.
We're going to roll it around into that vertical
So we're
guideline.
going to go up like that.
We're going to take over right where you left off.
And then we're going to come up.
And bump it against the top of the circle. And we're going to angle it
and we're
right
going
back down.
to make it touch this part. And then you're going to go right back up.
And then the side of the mask, once again, is the same curve as the side of the circle there.
And then the same curve right there.
You can go ahead and sketch that in there, make it really messy. We're going to do the eyes last, because the eyes really bring the character to life. So we'll do the bow first, and then we'll do the eyes. And when we start with the bow, I like to think of it as kind of more
and
of a
next up is the bow.
kind of shape. So we've got the knot as the body of the butterfly, and it's going to sit on top of the head. So we're going to go right here at the vertical guideline.
So this is going to be the center of the bow.
Roll it around, nice and easy.
Big. Roll it around.
Sketch it out first. Now we want the bottom of the bow to kind of come down in front of the head, just a tiny bit.
So the bow's going to go into the head.
Curve down, and about halfway into the ear,
it's going to curve down a little bit.
Turn, U-turn,
and
into
then
the ear behind.
till you get halfway in the ear.
Stay inside the ear there.
And then you're going to
now you want to keep in mind that Minnie's
and
bow
round it.
is wider and shorter at the bottom, and it's taller and skinnier at the top. So we're going to start where we left off. We're going to curve up.
So you're going to come in.
Toward the top of that peg here. We're going to
but not all the way.
And right back into that knot.
And then it's going to get bigger. Nice and big bow.
Make it big, yeah, because Minnie Mouse definitely has those
and then
big bubbly
roll
bows
it
there,
back
so,
into the.
You definitely want to go a little big on that. And her outfits are very bubbly. You want to keep with the character. Sometimes the animators will get up and kind of act like the character, so don't be afraid to try to voice over out and go, oh boy, try something out. So we'll just start on the right side, look at the side of
and then we're going to do it on the other side. Try to stay symmetrical.
Don't go quite outside the ear yet.
Roll it into the ear.
And then we're going to do the same thing she did on the left side. So we're start with the inside of the knot. We're going to curve up.
Curve back
and
up.
Roll it back around.
That way the bow's nice and big. And
just do the best you can, get the same thing on both sides. It's hard, it's symmetry. You can always look back at it again, flip your paper over upside down so you can kind of get a good
that way she has a nice big bow.
It's off a little bit, so that's a little good trick here. You can even place it on top of a window or something where you got light coming through.
Perfect.
All right, once you get your bow in there, we're going to go ahead and place in her eyes. So you're going to have one eye on either
so next
side
is
of
the
the
eyes.
guideline. You're going to basically draw in an oval on the left-hand side.
So we're going to go here.
And I'm going to just go ahead and sketch it out.
And it looks kind of small, but it's going to be towards the center of her face, right above her nose.
We're going to leave a little space in between the eyes. So you just want to make sure that you do leave just a tiny bit of space.
Perfect.
And we're going to roll this around nice and easy. Again, just do the best you can and get the same thing on both sides. You can also take your pencil to the top of your eyes there to see if you need to adjust one.
And my eyes look pretty even.
Just go back in and fix that.
But this one's slightly thicker, so I might try to plan it out just to kind of match. Or
when you're ready, you like your eyes, you can go ahead and darken them in.
So when I darken it in, I'm going to try to keep this one bigger.
As well. You don't have to press down hard to get a dark line. Just barely touching your paper. And to get a darker line, just go over the line several times to make it darker.
Put this one in.
And then you can, for your pupils, you can have her looking right back at you. You can have her looking up in the air. I think she looks really sweet when she looks up in the air because she's got her little shoulder up and she's just looking. So on the right side of each eye, just draw in an oval.
Of each eye,
and then we're going to do the same thing
oval. She's going to be looking up.
Oval. And then we're going to go ahead and put in some eyelashes. So the eyelashes for the right eye is going to curve out to the right, for the left eye is going to curve more out to the left. So what I want to do is take
next
the
we're
top
doing her
eyelid
eyelashes.
and curve, do a little S curve going out to the right and go through the bow.
And we're going to go, her eyelashes
Nice
almost touch her bow.
So we're going to go over on the left side and draw in another curved line. And do the same thing on the right side, a little curved line.
So you're kind of just curving and then going a little bit straight after.
And the same thing on the left side, just take the top eyelid.
You're doing
curve
3
out
of
to
them.
the left. And then 2 on either side.
Now
so
these are going to
shorter,
curve to the
so
left.
Kind of curve out like it flows off of the eyelid like a big S. Same thing on the right side. Curve that in. Then we're going to go ahead and darken in.
And there's her eyelashes.
Right underneath the bow. Anything that's outside the
And
bow,
now we're just going to darken in, like she
for the
said,
ear
stuff outside of the
too as well. Again,
bow.
keep all the lines inside the bow very light, because you're going to either erase those when you get home and cover it up with some shading for the bow.
Perfect. Darken in her ear.
And ear. Make sure your ears also stay connected to your head.
Yes, that's
Otherwise, you'll have floating alien ears.
perfect. Darkening in everything that's outside of the bow.
Actually, you're going to shade in from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. So just do a very quick sketch, quick shading.
And we're going to shade in her eyes next.
Shade in from top left corner to bottom right corner.
Perfect.
And then we're going to shade in the back of the mouth,
Shade
right
in
around
her
the tongue.
nose.
The sideburns.
Shade in her color.
And just do a very quick shade. Don't worry if it goes outside the lines, because you can always take your razors and clean that up a little bit.
Shade in her side.
Ear outside the bow. Just do a very quick shade.
Shade in the ear outside her bow.
Minnie is short for Minerva, and she originally owned Pluto. I'm gonna darken in my bow just a little bit. I'm gonna make that a little smoother, not quite as sketchy.
Shading in her ears still. And then I'm going to darken in her bow after.
And then we're going to go in there and put in a few little wrinkles inside her bow. So I like to call them 2 little spider legs. So we're going to go to the left side of our knot, kind of curve out.
But let me decorate. She has cute little...
Same direction underneath it.
Almost like the
And
eyelashes.
then a little spider leg on the right side, and do another one right underneath it. You can toss in some little hollow spots in the bow too as well. So you start with the top knot. You're going to curve up
and then
bring it around.
She also has...
Bit of a looseness. You're going to go on the right side, start at the top of the knot. You're going to curve up.
A pretty little knot in her
and bring
bow.
it around.
That just looks like a little, almost like a U.
You can toss in some polka dots too as well. We just got some half circles or full circles, and just randomly toss them in there.
And then now we're just gonna polka dot her bow.
When you think less about
So
where you
just
place in those circles.
kind of just put circle
Nice
spaces.
big circles.
You know, some half
Minnie Mouse
circles.
bow we know and love. See, Minnie Mouse is kind of more like the girl next door type of character. And then, of course, our last step, we're gonna go ahead and cite our artwork right here at the bottom of our paper. So somewhere on your paper, you do want to make sure your name goes on your.
And then I'm just gonna darken in the bow one last time before I sign
So
my
there you go. It's a
paper.
quick lesson on how to draw Minnie Mouse. Don't worry.
So I'm just darkening in real quickly, just so you can really see that it's her. And then once you are done with your drawing, you're gonna go to the bottom. You're just gonna sign your name. And I'm done.